This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. I'm Alex Brown. Indianapolis-based Market Wagon, which offers an online marketplace where food producers and artisans can sell their wares, has beefed up its St. Louis presence by acquiring a smaller competitor in that market. Market Wagon announced this morning that it has purchased Find Your Farmer in a cash and stock deal that closed in late November. Market Wagon declined to disclose the deal's financial terms. Find Your Farmer was launched in 2020 by 5 founders who at the time were students at Washington University in St. Louis. By the time Market Wagon acquired the company, Find Your Farmer had developed partnerships with more than 50 farms, artisans, and distributors, delivering groceries to more than 1,000 households in the St. Louis area. In a surprise move, Indiana State University Director of Athletics Sherrod Clinkscales has stepped down from his position. The university announced Tuesday that Clinkscales, who has served in the role since 2016, left to pursue other opportunities. Indiana State did not provide any information on plans to find Clinkscales' successor. The sale of a minority interest in the Northern Indiana Public Service Company subsidiary from Merrillville-based NiSource to Blackstone Infrastructure Partners has been completed. The $2.16 billion deal transfers 19.9% indirect, non-controlling equity interest in NIPSCO to the New York-based investment firm. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Whether it's a new hire or a noteworthy promotion, IIB's Bigwigs and New Gigs serves as a platform to promote your team. Our revamped offering includes being featured on both the newly redesigned newsletter and at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Subscribers to the Business News subscription save $10 off every listing, plus you can save $100 by bundling your submission to IIB with the Indianapolis Business Journal or the Indiana Lawyer. More at InsideIndianaBusiness.com.
Democrat Stephanie Terry was sworn in Monday as Evansville's new mayor, becoming the first woman and the first black person to assume the post. Terry spoke with Inside Indiana Business in December about her priorities for the new year.
Top of mind, some of the big things that surface, public safety is always going to be at the top of the list. We're going to spend a lot of time with neighborhood revitalization and making sure that it's easy to do development in our community, and that we can continue to increase affordable housing options. But then also we're going to spend some time supporting and making sure that we're providing the necessary supports and wraparound services for young people in our community. And as a municipality, that goes back to the for me, neighborhoods, the clean, safe, affordable housing. Some of those basic needs have to be met to ensure that our children can be the best that they can be and ready for the learning environment. We're also going to, there are a number of initiatives in our community that are already underway and projects that will be positioned to help finish, and even start. They announced a $2 million Trails grant that our community is going to receive. And so we'll be a part of implementing that project along with a number of others. But for me, it's about, again, listening to the residents of this community, which we've done throughout the campaign and we'll continue to do that. But again, to be sure that we form the necessary coalitions and engage the community in the decision-making process so that we're stronger and that they feel a part of the forward progress.
You can read the full Q&A at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Stans Troyer, a South Bend-based food service distribution holding company, announced it will operate under a new brand, Radia Food Group. The holding company was created following the 2022 merger of Stans Food Service and Goshen-based Troyer Foods. Both companies will continue to use their branding, and Radia will replace Stans Troyer as the holding company name. The company said all 450 employees will be retained as it looks to adopt new technology and expand into more markets. Get caught up on the latest episodes of the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.